I wanted to talk about something I'm trying to, I keep trying to simplify it in front of your face. And I'm the one that can do it, I'm the one that can do it, that, because I have the patience to, believe it or not. And so there's some things that I have not been able to be clear about what, Shauna? Oh my God. I'm kind of exhausted right now, and I'm here to tell you that there's a part of humanity that is really exhausted, is really like, had enough. And that's, well, if you were to be able to put it in a pie shape in 12 different kinds of people, characters, I guess. But really, it's a scientific thing. It's looking at nature. And it starts out with the I am, Aries, and it's the Ram, but Ram, see, the am is there, R, see, A is atom, and see, frame. Shit. See, I think I'm sounding crazy right now. I'm probably not going to put this up there. I'm exhausted. So see, we need to take a rest. We need to restore ourselves. It's for the Aries people. There isn't much we can do. We've done the work, and we're kind of the first people to feel the things that are going on. Like, because it rules the nervous system that is right here. It's the head. It's this. Some prominent Aries people, you'll see it flash. It just goes like that. I know I have kind of like that. Anyway, so I guess I should just get some rest, but I'm being distracted 100%. I'm trying to align. I'm trying to do a lot of different things, lower level and upper level kind of stuff that is not. It's just like, I have to convert that lower level to be a foundation that is solid enough for that upper level to start to properly mine the gold. Yeah, and there's a beautiful poem about, and it's called The Gold Mine. And I would love to just, if I do anything in my life new or different or whatever, I will memorize, if I memorize anything in my life, a poem, I will memorize that poem, word for word. And I've posted it on Facebook and nobody likes it ever. Um, Facebook has done something weird to my page. I mean, I don't know, I got sucked into it. They were like, blah, 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 and I just did it. And now it's different, right? It shows who I'm, like, I'm following some people, and then it shows the number of people who are following me. But it's like, well, where's all my friends, right? I think that they're just counting it all together, followers. And here's probably why, that's, you've graduated into a so-called business, but really it's your brand that's not successful. So you don't have any friends yet. See, and it's very deceptive out there because only, like, say, it's the paranoid and very paranoid is a driver for people to follow and want to fit in with the crowd. and fit into and find group, be a groupie or something like that, right? Okay, so, and so anyway, I lost my train of thought. The truth is I'm not going to post this video, and I should stop it. I have, but it's kind of good to check in and say, I know that there's a part of you that is completely exhausted, and it's like your last nerve. I'm sorry, I don't want to like remind you or anything, but maybe I should. And I'm also here to tell you that you can restore yourself if you are willing to do the work. The work now, see, is of honoring these feelings that we get in our body and in our emotions and stuff, and start healing through that, of course. And Mars is in Scorpio. See, I'm experiencing energy surges. I'm definitely going through extreme transformation, and I'm experiencing it firsthand as an Aries. Because here's the thing is well, not because, but we're living in a time where we're kind of like humanity is going through a darn birth canal. The whole thing is being reborn, and but really it's generational. We have um, a generational value, and that's just what's going to continue on with things, continuing on and on. And if you see, in my last video, and I don't even know if I'm going to post that video, but I was trying to talk about how people learn to get along in a prison when they know for sure that they're in prison. No, a humanitarian code naturally forms. People take care of each other better. That's what goes on. If you didn't know, you fucking people you've been reversed upon. And my cat is being so cute right now. I just love her so much. She's so unique. I guess I'll talk about my cat before I just put us to sleep. Thank you for listening to this. I don't know how long it's going to be. Not that much. I just made a video before this that it's going to take some editing, but I think it's very interesting that, see, I'm trying to let you know what I found, being able to communicate something that it's difficult when you get downloads. You won't be able to communicate it until like the cosmos will have it you good and ready to, and I think it's 3 to 6 months. I think that finally you can find the words, and it's just like before you would not think it was impossible to communicate that download. See, what I'm doing is I'm looking at something here that's pretty obvious. See, it's pretty difficult. What is it, Shauna? It has to do with why we have social media and what's the real use for it. There's only one specific, extremely good use for it, and it's very. I don't want to say it's warlike, but no, if there is a quiet war using silent weaponry, then why not at least be aware? See, the word aware has the word war in it for a profound reason. I see the warrior is not a soldier. It's not like what you think, and neither is the war that I'm talking about. As far as that, you just have to do the work here. You have to do the work, and then you get your money. See now what I mean is, if you want to keep your own central banking system open inside of what is in fact a prison, and it's an imprisonment. So you wouldn't know that, but of course it is. It makes so much more sense when if you get a sci-fi film, and just don't think it's sci-fi. Just get on the internet, and people are dead serious. It's saying, no, this is what. Come on, look at it, and see, if you use your own ability to think, just wipe away whatever they have told you in the schools. You're not even thinking then, right? You're not allowed to think, man. They're kind of feeding you there, and they're really, oh my God, they're hijacking your time, and a vital time in the first formative years. You'll figure out what you're really interested in. But you're seeing the picture, right, where the classroom is full of different kinds of animals that do different unique things, but then the teacher is asking them now to pass this whole thing and be successful. You have to climb a tree, and it's like the fish can't climb a tree and can care less, and neither does the snail, and neither does even an elephant or a giraffe. And you want money, you got to be a monkey. Sorry, they talk about climbing the tree, but put the K away from there, and you have money. The main word in the word monkey is money. Whew, a little bit too close there, don't you think? I think so. Do you think that we are really monkeys? I doubt it. You can believe that, though. I don't doubt that we're using material here. I mean, you have no idea, though. Other civilizations broke off, but on the same plane, because you'll see, talk about planes, literal flying planes. No, these aren't planes, babes. There's spaceships that they use that go like 180,000 miles an hour, and I'm pretty sure they're able to traverse onto the moon, and then they go to Mars or Venus. Mars is hostile, if you can imagine. It's pretty much, oh God. Talk about, well, it's just, they have, it's turned into fucking sci-fi tonight. It's highly technological, all the possible bells and whistles happening there. And also everything that you can think of that would make Mars interesting. Because otherwise they're doing it all underground. First of all, it's underground so you can't see, but there's evidence there. They do find it. It's pretty much a war planet, though. Everybody knows that. See, astrologically, it happens to frickin' coincide, and also, but I hate to think that, and there's where men come from. See, men live there. Just, I might not know, but then again, it seems like there's two different worlds clashing here. Men and women. Does it have to be that? Shauna, are you okay? No, see, I clash with women also, even harder than men. I don't know why, but it's because I sorry, I love everybody, and I can't bag on people, and nobody's better than any other. But see, there's a term that psychologists coin there, and they say that there's the dead woman, and then there's, well, the alive woman. They don't talk about the alive woman very much. And, um, they just talk about that. No, the dead woman is the one who puts up with the narcissist just right in front of her children. She stays. For whatever reason it does happen, she has to deaden herself up, but though. She has to completely just ignore she's being abused, and in front of the children, for whatever reason, she shows them how to hang on to a toxic situation. That's a dead woman right there. Oh, an alive woman would remove herself, and that example that she sets to get away from a toxic person, especially her daughter learns that, oh no, you can escape this kind of thing, and just tell them to just go over there and stay uh, open to love. Just say, no, I want love in my life. Bye. Good God. Those people do not know what love really is. They're doing all kinds of things but that, and it can turn into all kinds of things but that. You know it. That is like this, addictions and everything from like learning disabilities. Babes, love is the most intelligent thing here. People don't really realize that that's why you want to cultivate it. You have to cultivate it here too. The more exposed you are to it, than people who have cultivated it, the more likely that you're going to be able to, because in their very cultivating of love, what they do is they know how to be alone, and they know how important it is to just try to let the kid be alone as long as possible, but really no, working some kind of higher learning tool. Huh, yeah. And the first higher learning tool, I try to tell people this on Facebook today, is the body. Yeah, and the woman's body, God, am I going to talk about this? It's really important. And what the information that I have and that I'll be able to share, will be helpful. You know, I can make it a more condensed version, and I'm looking forward to it. But see, I'm pretty sure that I'm like you, being 100% distracted. If you don't realize you're being have been distracted, that means they or whatever it is, the powers that be, satanic cult has geared you were hit bad. You're in fragments now. You're just completely shattered, right? And you can't focus on anything for any amount of time. See, it's important to be able to focus on one thing for at least like 2 weeks, if not your entire lifetime. That's a sign of a disciplined, like achieved person that can do that. And I was talking about that poem about the gold mine. That's see, I value the gold over all the rest, and all the rest is the weeds that could be growing out in the garden, which are merely the practical concerns of life, like of course paying bills and even eating breakfast in the morning. By 9 in the morning, my gold mine, the conveyor that is my mind, that carries these ideas rich, high in now I forget the words. See, I'm trying to recall this poem that talks about something. And of course, this was written by a man. But what I will shut this video down telling you that the ladder that a man is climbing in his evolutionary process involves, I hate to say this, but becoming more and more human. Okay, so then, but see, human. Do you think it sounds like a human, or is it woman? Human or woman? So anyway, but see, the woman, she, okay, there's put a T in front of, put the truth in front of the word woman. It says tumen. Now, if you look at the word she, the word he is it in there. In fact, they are one. If you look at the word her, in fact, they are one. You put the R down and you have the word he there. If you look at the word female, well, that means that you have that woman. If she's a female, she has to charge you money. But the male, he's there. He might be the one, I don't know, that's there. Anyway, so see that's just a complete equation. Male is a half thing, but fee, thank you. And did we keep it in the family, baby? Like, what's your brand again? I told you it would work. Opening a central bank based on singularizing ourselves from having graduated our perceptions into outer space, which is reality. See, you don't like your narcissist because they are not locative of reality. They don't deal with you as an object out there that is the actual experience of you. They're handling an object in their heads. See, there's the word object that psychologists use out there. There's objects, and then inside the head, you're an object. And you are subjected to that. So anyway, perhaps, I mean, find out the conversation that they're really having with you. Is there one? Narcissists don't communicate. And I'm here to tell you it's possible. I think that now, if you're a woman dealing with it, now see, this is the thing, is that narcissism is isolated to the man. It's the man's disease because he's prone to the nature of the mind. If the woman has something wrong with her, I guess we could say, well, what's she prone to? She's prone to just turning into a ghost. I don't know. She could allow herself just to turn into a welcome mat and keep dusting off the welcome sign. See, I'm into the mat with no welcome on it. Okay, I'm fine. So anyway, right? We have to get that way. It's like, well, I may be a mat, but I'm taking off the sign now. Sorry, you can't even tell there's a fucking mat after a while. It's like, would you at least sweep it away and create? We're trying to restore our nerves from what? What is it? Sean has a problem. Oh, Hello. See, the thing is if a woman is, um, why am I talking about this? It's important. The woman is diagnosed clinically with narcissism, then automatic, as a rule, psychopathy is there. Why? Because of her position of power that in fact she is in. She can control men. See, she can control his mind. He can keep him in his mind. He can keep herself in his mind about her. And then also see that she can control many men that way somehow, right? And be a horrible person and strip him of his bank account later, maybe, and have no, just merciless, a spiritually impoverished person. There, anyway, that's what a narcissist is, kind of. They have no real God. They don't interact in reality. Reality is difficult for them. They're, I don't know what's going on. See, lots of purging and therapy could be needed. Depends on what it is. A lot of times it could be literal brain damage. They have a scar. They could have a handicap physically that turns them into a certain way, and they're just trying to survive. I mean, ultimately, I have, um, you can feel sorry for these people. But that's just, now getting back to the Aries people that are exhausted, because you know what? Fuck them. They can't feel sorry for you. They are, right? They don't have a conscience. It's very dangerous. These are people. Now, when you talk about narcissist babes, no, those people are very stupid. I'm saying I feel sorry for them. No, and you can't. You have to. Oh, I'm sorry. They don't know, and they cling and stuff like that because they're very insecure. Now, but see, the more dangerous one, the one that's way more dangerous, but that is also a narcissist, is the sociopath. Their game is different. They're just simply a little bit smarter somehow, some way. They have probably more resources and stuff, see? And they're doing takedowns. They are doing literal takedowns, maybe of narcissists who maybe they just need a little help and a little help up, maybe be around actual enlightened people that do practices that will cure you. I don't know. But a sociopath is very, very dangerous. And that's I detect that what it really is, babes, this is a spiritual possession issue. And that's why I get on a woman's case, like kind of not on a woman's case, but we clash heavily. Because I say, hold off a bit, don't reproduce with that thing until you can, this is the religion here, by the way. You convert them into becoming love and or the human being. She does this through her body, her sex. Her body is designed to teach him not to overwork. This is who she is, though. She's the protector here. Women are the protector of men. This is what has been reversed on us. And it's like, oh yeah, she does quality control in such a way that she can smell something and say, no, that's poisonous. The man has to go through her to get any kind of sanctuary going on that is suitable even for him. So it's been reversed upon us, like the scene going on with women are leaders here, and then they casted her out. She was Jesus Christ, Jesus, along with Happy Halloween. Here we come. They demonized the women who were practicing all kinds of other medicines and things. Right? They were the ones teaching everybody. They are the teachers of society. They use more words every day than men. If you want to get intimate with a man, see, this is the thing. Women are are not knowing how it's difficult because they can get ruined, and then they don't know that where it's at is the place of sex. See, you have to make it safe. They talk about this too. Why do they talk about it? Why do you hear it? Is because they have to set it out and say they're understanding it. You have to practice safe sex. They're saying it right there. People think that you're talking about birth control. No, why don't you talk about safe birth control then? Just say safe birth control. Because that's, see, but no, they are fooling you. And see, the intergalactic monitor is looking at it, it's like, well, it seems to be sitting in front of their face, and they put it right there. Now, when they talk about birth control, that's up to the woman, huns. And they killed all of those. They were stirring up in cauldrons in their kitchens, just as like the next door neighbor, and they took care of each other. They're like, thank you. Somebody was smart. There was a smart woman who would pass it down to each woman generationally. This threatened the Roman Catholic Church over there 600 or 700 years ago, I think. They set out to kill those women that were threatening the aliens' capital over there that uses human flesh as dining on the bottom of their basement there, and then posing as, what is it? Boy, I want to know. Not. Who does, you guys, you know, see, instead of a crucifix, put that thing away. The real thing that they used to shine at each other, and the symbol of Christ aware, is the fish, because she knows that everything's plentiful here. They're plentiful. There isn't any shortages. Excuse me? Excuse me. Excuse me. This is all mine. That baby over there is going to teach you something. Its most favorite game, and because I'm human, I'm woman, human. This here universe, when I close my eyes, it disappears. It's no longer here. When I open it, it appears, and that's me. My eyes create the universe. When it's here, see, it goes along like this. And they love that game. They say, and you disappear too. When you die, you kind of go into I hope you made it to the universe. Really, this here place, you don't have to die. You better make it before you die. You better just understand, I am trying to listen to what's being said. See, narcissists do not like that, when you start talking about the poetry that comes with, let alone what I found in the English alphabet that says, no, look at the O and look at the U and look at the I. That's what I tried to talk about in my last video, talking about the pictures that are throwing energy around and saying, and it comes through the I. You are I, and I. Everybody has to say I, and everybody has an I. Also, when the I is open, it's the capital. It's the lowercase I, because there's the figure is already there, but then you're disconnected, and now you know about the sky, basically, reality, outer space, the final frontier. Apparently women have no problem with it. They're like, get in your space. They're the ones who create the space suits. Yep. And, well, see, now let's get back to the witch hunts. They called them witch hunts. Happy Halloween. It's easy to create fear. Most people are, well, they created a social condition first. It was probably miserable, and then they probably put money on it. I don't know. Just find a witch's head and bring back her bring her cauldron back to us with her head in it, and you will get sanctions via the Roman Catholic Church. This was way after they killed Christ in front of everybody and made it a great idea. Do you guys still think that that's like the thing to do? No, that's not like what people volunteer to do. Just these people, they're bullies, and I just got to go there and bye. No, it's a very real thing, and she just said, go ahead and keep doing this. This trauma will never leave your entire DNA system, your tape, or whatever, and we'll keep doing this on a different scale, won't we? And it's like, yeah, it's less blatant now. Since they've gotten rid of all of those women, what's left is not stirring up their own birth control methods. They don't know how to control. They don't know that they are the ones to convert the man into, away from being a non-human narcissist into a human. She does that through her body will teach him. Basically, her body. It's a natural thing. If she is left natural and unabused, the divine feminine is designed. I already told you, is like the law of attraction comes from her. That law of attraction that Abraham Hicks talks about, that says, if you want anything from the universe, if you want anything at all, anything, dream it up. And if it's possible, in the truth 3D reality, that we're not trying to stand triangles upside down on end, okay? We're talking about something feasible that you have landed on the truth, and your imagination is healthy enough to say, you know what, I can have this for me. In the universe, sorry. She says, first of all, feel good. Feel good. Just feel good. Pretend like it's already there, like it's already there already. So what she's doing is she says, make space for it. See, the woman is that way. She's the one that makes space. That's the way she's designed too, right? And she says, feel good. And really it's like a lot of people just want to do, they want to know what they're meant to do. And she says, well, here's what it is, because that's what you want, really, obviously, ultimately. Is that, sorry, I'm exhausted, right? But got back into channeling, and it's what I was supposed to do. I am being sat on. Satan has sent me something that says, tighten up, tighten up. It's really actually time to do the real work. She's getting more and more downloads. It's getting more and more tight with her. But I am coming on here going, excuse me, I'm being ridden, man. Can you help me? I'm trying to help y'all. There's this thing we're doing with social media here. I'm pretty sure it involves our language. I have some studying to do more. I want to know what it looks like. I think that for sure it's converted. But they consider America and the English, like what's happening with that language, the powers that be. In fact, it is the required language to learn for a profound reason. It's not what you think. It's not malefic. In fact, malevolence is hijacking things here. Pardon me that I mentioned something on it. Man, there's something on my back right now. It's kind of burdensome. Ooh, they don't seem to understand a jack shit. And it's like, you can't hide from me. Hello, Satan. You just located me through this fucking, I don't know what this is, a clone? I don't know. It's a soldier of Satan's. And I don't know. You're a narcissist, babe. Were you able to convert him, or can you get away? And see, they say that. They say, pay attention to when people clap or laugh, like when it happens, like, and when they go quiet, or when they yawn or sigh. They're preoccupied with something that has went on, and they were highly abused way harder than exposed to something way more like it could be just straight up emotionally cold people that they're around, complete and total materialists, people that surround themselves in material wealth, and they think that's the main thing, right? And they just go through the Jones thing, that the education systems, that this is where you're supposed to be, which includes, really, it's the I'm up, you're down, and believe this or not, the way that they would function is they're all a bunch of backstabbers, because the narcissist, usually they're the money grubbing, hungry fucking people. That's what psychologists will tell you. That unfortunately, if you want to be a good money maker, you have to be more and more and more toxic. And just settle for that 2 + 2 is 5. Go for the crowd. Stay safe. So anyway, I'll try to edit this. It was kind of rough in the beginning. It'll be very weird if it was rough in the beginning. I'm looking pretty rough here, huh? Well, humanity is. Find a place of your own to go and just meditate. Be very quiet and silent and breathe deep as much as you can. Relish it. because, you know, making contact with the non-human faction, which is babes. I live in an area where I don't really see any humans. Not really. I don't know what I have to do here, but I'll go on trial and I'll try to, if I can get enough like space and freedom of speech and to talk and conversation, I would love to have the conversation. Say, are you aware of this, Your Honor? That out there, and see, I want to question them about, I'm like, okay, and then just right out the door, I say, the people against, and then there's my name, and it's like, so are you guys the we the people? If so, like, I know that you, who wears this black cloak as a judge or a bailiff or whoever, are working for somebody. Is that the people, or do you consider yourself just a person that says, no, I'm just like you, I'm a human being? Um, see, that word, the people, see, you have it. Why don't they say the human? People aren't real. No, not as real as love. No, people are an imagined um, fairy tale. As far as when you think that there is some, like what I mean is, if you think that there's something there other than the presence that they are being right now towards you. You know, because you know, this could be helpful for people who are looping back with injury and they can't get over resentment and they're carrying it all in their body, and talk about getting disease. No, what I kind of point out, which is not known, right? But it's actually the gospel, the holy gospel, that says, no, you can be saved by, first of all, you have to be responsible for your own behaviors. You have to look into behaviors that, see, if there is free will, then you have a choice, right, to look forward. But see, that's difficult for the mind. See, the thing is that these people need to learn how to get out of the mind. And this is what the Indians in the East know. See, this is what is being lost in the West. They don't care for it. They want a lot of weird shit happening here. Complete spiritual possession. There isn't a human occupation that in my area, I don't really see it much. Unfortunately, I would like to, um, like, kind of put it, I don't know what I have to, I'm kind of doing a little Morse code on Facebook. Yeah, no, only human beings can do a puzzle and have fun with the words and stuff and say, no, I get it. Yeah, the oscillator, the shooting energy into a cup, the Y that catches it. See, you are a Y, and this is enjoy, right? You have a Y there, joy, J. You know, you have to check that out. I don't know all of the symbols, but it's really not that difficult to process out and understand. But the main thing is, no, a lot of it, you don't need it. You're just looking at and reminding yourself how things work universally. It's not like you have to like read a fucking book this thick. No, if you know what's in the basics of the language that you derived from the English alphabet, the word the has the word he in it. But see, the word there, see, in the word there is the too, because there's things there. That's what the is, the this and that. No, this, that is like his hat. Be careful of the cat. See, the thing is that Dr. Seuss, he knew what I was working with, and I come across it and how he was like playing with it. But he, I don't know how I can explain this, but That's why they kind of discredit all of his work. First of all, it could have exposed a lot. He's like doing what I'm trying to do right here, right now. He did it. He made his whole career on it. A brilliant poet who was pointing at that maybe it's like this, you guys. So I love, like, if you have a hard time with somebody and they send you a really fucking, they're machine getting you, and they're trying to explain something that you don't want to hear. Really, they're not going to be there for you, and so you're just listening to this shit. Respond back. That's nice, but put the T down. Capitalize the H, the A, and the T, and the S. That says hats. And then see, it says hat's nice. Sorry, hat's ice. Hat's ice. See, just see, that's nice. See, the nice, everybody knows that that's such a phony fucking thing to be. But that's what the narcissist is like a master in. Oh, it's a big thing. They keep trying to do it, right? They're like, oh, and they make you break, and they say, see, that person's not nice. I have to treat them. I have to give them reactive abuse and continue to try to break them down. And another thing that they do is in conversation, some of them can be pretty smart too, and they want to break you down. They just start arguing about what you just said, and then they'll accuse you. They don't really know how to have a back and forth, but they'll accuse you of arguing and also, yeah, just not letting you say anything. It's like, no, actually, you're not even hearing what I'm saying. You you just do not know how to have a fucking back and forth. It's sad. You can detect it. See, it's for an ultra sensitive like me, and this is the thing. I'm going to go if you ever go to the courtroom, try to get more freedom. There, you have to get past the initial reason why you went there. You say, but how do I come back here again and talk to you people? I'm under the impression that I'm going to be heard. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. It's fun. If you want to be heard, really, if you know your language, it might get something done. See, that's where you go there and you ask them, did you notice that what's happening out there? And then they'll say, yeah, we deal with these, we deal with narcissists. The jailhouse is full of them. They're always trying to jail the ones in the higher courts of law. You would not believe who's the real criminal out there is the one who stays out of jail and wears the necktie and sends innocent people to jail. How are they innocent, Shauna? They just robbed something and that person murdered somebody. Jesus Christ said, release that person. Why? Well, you're being held captive, and until the controller is found out and the monetary system is abolished, or you figure out how to get your own money, and watch where you put it this time. And you women over there, hey, wait a minute. Who do you think you are? I clash with them because, first of all, they say he when they talk about Jesus. And I'm like, oh, it's okay. You just don't know. How could you ever listen to the language? Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. That's psychological homosexuals right there. I'm sorry. Stuff it down your fucking throat and try and cheer up that maybe you don't even listen to what you're saying. Everybody knows that they get ghosted when they're not the most popular fucking lie there. And you're not being a freaking punching bag or something, and it's just not going to work for you anymore, right? Fuck, man, difficult times we're in, and good luck trying to convert the enemy into helping you. That's what you're doing when you don't even really know where your money is coming from, and that maybe you can have more freedom by getting free money. See, they hold up all of this money and everybody talks about it. They say, why does Mark Zuckerberg need $33 trillion? Fucking Gosh, dog. See, this is the things. They're playing fair with you. They're saying, look at this platform. Look at this. Here, do you think friends exist? Do you think the enemy exists? They don't say that, though. See, you're supposed to turn this platform into something that starts to ring. Algorithmically, it's doing the same thing now. This is what I'm saying is it's going towards the truth. It's turning into a singularity. Then they can open their central banking system. The language is always already here. And see, the banking. What do you think of banking is? That's war talk. You're like, no, and you can't come here. And that flow, that currency goes this way. Yours, I don't know where you go with yours, but we go here with ours. Based in what, though, see? Why can't we have sanctuary? I don't want to play the game of the non-human species anymore. I don't think that there's a fair game happening. If there's two types here, one who lives on gunpowder and one who lives on flower power, then why don't they have two types of constitutions here, two types of bankings? You can see something that's making an effort that says, okay, time's out, help these people. And I call that the social services division, but which is, I know it's not perfect, but no, they're there. They're telling you the truth. There's a division. Sometimes you have to throw in the towel and say, excuse me, but I'm not going to make sense out of your fucking nonsense anymore. And dare to do this. I won't reproduce in it anymore. Dare to do this. My theory is, well, minute 47. I hope you like this. Like and subscribe. No, women need to take back their power. They're the leaders here. So you can imagine if they all just said, you know what, do not have sex with men anymore until they do precisely what they ask you. Now that you ask them, now that there's all kinds of cameras around and you have a camera too, they won't just rape you anymore. Withhold and then try to communicate with them because that's all they want with you. And so then, but communicate. They'll ask you, well, what do I need to do? What is it? What's wrong? What's going on? They're going to panic. Say something like, well, point up at chemtrails or something. See that? See those chemtrails? Stop them. I will not give you sex until you do it. Oh, but see, on a massive scale, if women do this, within fucking 4 days, I think that all of the pilots would be killed. They would find the fucking mothership, they would blow it up, and then the men would run back. Okay, can I have sex with you now? Yes. See, that's the way you have to do it. In case you want to know what you're supposed to do here, women, you guys feel so like powerless, and no, and stop giving them so much power. They don't really have it, because, well, first of all, they don't have children here. Women do.